You're still lingering like the old cologne that you wore. I still see your face in the empty frame by the door.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As you can see, the rail is back here. When this rail is shown, this is a Friday Sews video. For my Friday Sews, I typically start with life updates and then I jump into what I've sewn in the previous week and what I plan to sew for the next week. And this is how I do my Friday Sews video. It's very relaxed, guys. I never try to edit these videos. I just want it to be a real life chat with a friend and then kind of show you guys, what I'm doing and how it's going. So totally freestyling it here. I have been back in the US for 2 weeks now, so I did miss a Friday Sews last week, and then I should have had one the week before I left. I recorded it, but I didn't edit it, so the chat is pretty obsolete, so I'm not gonna put that together, even though my makeup looked really good and it totally was a really great Friday Sews video, but it's not worth anyone's time messing around with that. So today I'm gonna just tell you a little bit about my trip to Portugal and Spain. If this is your first time watching this video, my daughter is part of School of Rock here in Texas, and her School of Rock house band, they won, or they got a place in the Rock in Rio series that usually happens in Brazil every year, but since COVID, they didn't have it for 2 years and they decided to bring it to Portugal. So there were 8 School of Rock from Brazil and 8 from the US, and we got the opportunity to go with her. So we enjoyed that event. It was magnificent. They did great. Her school, her group, they were awesome. And I'm so amazed that the talents and the growth from what I've seen in their various shows here to what was shown on the international stage was amazing. I think they definitely stepped up their game. They saw a lot of other School of Rock and how they brought out their music and how they moved the crowd, and our kids just were amazing. It was fantastic. So they did the first day of Rock in Rio, and the headliner for that day was Muse. So they played their song for like 3 hours, and then later in the evening Muse was there, and it was crazy. I had a migraine, so I had to leave. I did not stay for the entire show. When I left, there was about 25,000 people, and what I saw on the news the next day, there were almost 90,000 people on the ground looking at Muse. I can't believe anyone could find someone in that crowd. They literally had to stay together, otherwise you were lost. Thank heavens there was the tour guide with us, so we had our bus waiting so the kids and the group that stayed could have transportation back to the hotel. Now Portugal is amazing. It's beautiful. It was my first time of visiting Europe. The experience was just fantastic. The history is so rich, the culture is so amazing, and the people were really nice, generally nice. I didn't have any problems. No one had a problem, even though I didn't speak the language. We did some sign language and people were really helpful and kind, and it is such a clean place. It's really amazing how everything is really clean. I don't know if it's just because we were in Lisbon or what, but everywhere we went was amazing. The bathrooms were a little different, but the doors shut so good. Like there's never that sliver of a gap that you may have seen or noticed in like gas stations here in the US or any other place. They're like good doors. Like you don't have to fear like getting in the first stall. You're like going down to the third to last stall here in the gas stations in the US. Like all the doors are like amazing. They're snug. No one can see you and just clean and really fabulous. That's one thing that I am always particular about. Our tour guide, she was amazing. She traveled with us from Lisbon to Spain. So we stayed 4 days in Lisbon. They played at Rock in Rio, and then they also played at the, if I don't remember the name, I'll put a picture up here. They played at this venue in Portugal on the third day. Just amazing. So many beautiful like sights to see, and the food was just awesome. This facility had amazing food throughout this entire space, and then they had a special room that they sang in, and also the center down by the water in Lisbon where we were. It was so beautiful. All the restaurants were amazing. Guys, I didn't buy any fabric on this trip. I just spent most of my time just lazing around, eating tapas, eating appetizers, drinking wine, and just being merry. And that's what I did. I didn't do any major fabric shopping. However, I did purchase down the main shopping area. I went through Armani Exchange, Gucci, LV, Bash, Sandro. I did not go into H&M because we have that around here. I did not go into Zara because we have that. I went into all the amazing high, why can't I find the word? I want to say all the couture brand stores, and I just kind of absorbed everything. I looked at the fabric, I looked at how they put their pieces together, the design, the intricate details on their clothing. I tried some of them on, so I have an idea of how things might fit me if I decide to buy when I'm bored and do not want to sew. I also went to Elisabetta Franchi and I purchased a handbag. I'm going to grab that and show you guys because I love her style. It is very polished. It is all me. Let me go get that. So this was my one splurge item. Everything about this is so awesome. I could have gone crazy, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna do that. I already have one Elisabetta bag. I also have a belt from her and I just love it. She's an Italian designer and her clothing line is beautiful. But guys, you know I sew. So when I spend, it's pretty much belts, bags, and shoes. That's where I pour all my money in because I sew unless I see something that I just really, really want. But I love this. I love the material. The craftsmanship is so beautiful. So that was my one splurge item in Portugal. I almost visit her store in Spain, but we only had a day and a half, so I didn't even bother with that. Old Town, or yeah, the old town in Portugal is beautiful. Like, I'll show you some pictures here. Like this one here, this is in front of our church, and I'll put the church photos right after this. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, guys, it's crazy. There's just so much you can see, and there's so much beauty and history, but it's really rich. And photo opportunity, there are so many photo opportunities. It's just amazing. But I had a wonderful time. My girl had a wonderful time. Brad and I had a wonderful time, and we spent really enjoyable 5 days in Europe. Spain was the same thing. We just rushed and pushed everything together. However, my last day there, the Spain, before we flew out, we had the most amazing meal. Like my sister, she had the most amazing skewered chicken. It was so delicious. At first when I saw it, I was like, is that chicken? Or it looks like potatoes. And then I tried it and I was like, oh my god, this is delicious. And every time we ordered something, the waiter would bring out two. It was just funny. You would order one thing and he'd bring 2 trays. It's like, okay. But it wasn't too expensive, and there was like 10 people on our table, and we really enjoyed it. So throughout, you know, this video, I'll pop in pictures and just say where we are and what we did, and hopefully that that you enjoy that. I don't want to spend too much time on this video talking about my trip because it could end up being a half an hour to 45 minutes video. Okay, so now we're back in the US. 4th of July weekend came and I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much sewing to do. I have things I want to finish. Well, let's just talk about the sewing that I did. I didn't do too much. I finished one dress and then I started a pattern test. So here it is. This is the pattern test. I'm gonna share it the day that it releases. So I haven't recorded this video yet, but this is a dress. It has a square neckline, and this is the fabric from Joann's. It also has gathered sleeve, but I'm not going to tell you anything else about this, but you know that I have a dress coming that I want to share with you, and it's done, and I do like it. The next project is a collaboration, but I'm going to just show you the back of the dress. I have already recorded this today and I'm going to be editing it. Fingers crossed it should be posted on Sunday, but photos may drop before on Instagram. Yeah, beautiful. I shared this with you guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful dress. It's very ethereal. It's so amazing. And I finished that. So this week, 2 completed projects. And I'm very proud of myself because with all that I have going on and coming back, and trying to deal with my day job and all of this can be very overwhelming. So I feel very successful that I had those completed. So 2 days ago, I think Thursday or today, no, Thursday, I believe it was Thursday, I posted a reel on Instagram about modes for you. They're a kawaii shop, Japanese fabric and all things kawaii and cute. They reached out to me to collaborate, and this is the fabric. I shared it on IG, but I thought that I would give you guys a beautiful view of it so you can see what it looks like in perfect lighting, I hope. Here it is, just beautiful drapey fabric. On Instagram, I shared 3 patterns that I thought would look really cute. Let me grab them here, hold on. The first one that I thought would look really good after I set my direct coin there was this M8199. Hopefully it focused. I'm not sure which pattern I would have made if I was going to go with this, but that was one option. And then the next option was McCall's 8192. I really had a heart for design C. I think that is really beautiful right over there. That's just so gorgeous. I think this fabric would look beautiful. It's a cotton lawn and it has a really nice feel to it. But I think since everyone has been like messaging me and saying go with the new look version 6692, that I am going to probably make this. I might go with the sleeveless version depending on fabric. However, if I have enough, I'll go with version A, which is this beautiful one for this dress. The fabric is 43 inches wide, so we'll see how it goes and I'll keep you in touch. My goal is to get this done by next weekend because I do have a shorter time frame to complete this project. And guys, that is what my mind is focused on for next week. But I do have 2 new fabrics. One I'm unsure if I shared it with you all before, and then the other one came yesterday, and I have a new pattern as well. So these are from Minerva. They're gifted to me and I'm in love with them. First off is the pattern. So Liberty of London has this new pattern out. It's the Rosanna ruffle top. Here it is. I would love to make this pretty soon here. I just love this version that she's wearing. I believe it's version A. I think it's a really cute design and it would look really lovely in this fabric, which is also gifted by Minerva. This is a rose and hobble fabric that is gifted by Minerva. I'm trying to get the lighting really good so I don't look super dark here, guys. So if you see me moving around, bobbing and weaving, it's just so that I don't get washed out and the fabric still shows beautifully. So this Rose and Hubble I think would look really good with that Rosanna top from Liberty London. Okay, next up is an exclusive fabric. Yes, Minerva has some exclusive fabric now and I am just in awe. This fabric caught my eyes and I just jumped to it. I love this fabric. It has a rayon feel to it, but it's such good quality, guys. Like, this print is like amazing. I love this print. I think it's going to look amazing in a dress. I have enough fabric. I don't know what pattern I'm going to work with, but this will probably be cut in the next 2 weeks. And you guys send me your comments down below with possible patterns for this. As you guys can see, we'll have to be very strategic because of these lines and the bees, so any pattern would definitely be considered. I think I'm trying to say I would consider this in my mind like laying the patterns down for a plaid because of the lines. I want to make sure everything lines up really nice, they fall really nice. If I'm making a shirt, I want to make sure that they all line up really nicely. So patterns that you share shouldn't be like a lot of cuts, like not a lot of seams, because that makes it difficult for lining. You'll always need more fabric for those. So that's pretty much what I wanted to see there. And that is it, guys. I have completed a Friday sews and I'm so excited. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love for you to click the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. If you have, definitely give this video a thumbs up for a like. Share it with your friends. Head over to Instagram, follow me there, see what I'm doing on the daily, and I will talk to you all real soon. Bye.
Push you away and we're done just like that. Something about you is pulling me back, and I'm holding on.
I hope you guys don't feel like I'm running through this video super fast, but I already recorded this before, and then the top that I had on, the outfit that I had on, there was a stain, and while editing I was like, nope, gotta do it over. So if you feel that I ran through this video super fast, that is the reason. Be forewarned that future Friday Sews videos will definitely be in order with my menu, so you guys can know where you need to go, and all links for everything that I share will be left down below. Thank you, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all real soon.